Hello everyone, my name is Maria Dismondy. I'm a children's book author, and this is our third homeschool lesson all about positive character traits. And today we are talking about problem solving and cooperation. So the book that I read today is called The Little Linebacker, and it's one of the books that I actually wrote. I wrote it with a retired NFL player named Stephen Tulloch. It's a story about a little boy named Stephen who really wanted to be a professional football player. He was just a little kid, and he told his mom, and his mom said, slow and steady wins the race, there's no rush. Well, he joined a little league football team, and he was really sad because the coach said, we only play once a week. That's a problem for Stephen, because he wanted to play all the time. And so he went to a person for some advice. He did not go to his mom and say, fix my problem. He said, Mom, I have this problem. How do you think you would handle it? And then he solved the problem. What he did is he figured out a way to play more often. He played with his neighborhood friends. So we talked about a pattern in this book, and it repeats 4 times. It's called problem, people, solution. Stephen has a problem in the story. He talks to people in his life, or maybe he finds a poster for inspiration. And then he figures out how to fix the problem. And this is what I encourage you, boys and girls, is to be a problem solver. Because we need kids to grow up to be teenagers who are problem solvers and grown-ups who are problem solvers. And if you run to an adult every time there's a problem, the adult becomes a better problem solver. So we always encourage kids, if it's not an emergency, to try solving the problem on your own. And you can always go to a trusted adult if you can't figure out how to solve the problem. The next problem was Stephen was having a hard time focusing in class. And so he went to a trusted friend, Mr. Lotspich, and asked him what he thought. And Mr. Lotspich said, you know what? Practice makes progress. And so Stephen studied harder, and he figured out a way to focus instead of looking out the window when he was taking math tests and doing assignments so that he could get his grades up. Problem, people, solution. Stephen's upset because he wasn't picked for the position he wanted to play in the gym class scrimmage. And his best friend said, buddy, you got to be part of the team. And so Stephen decided, problem, people, solution. He solved the problem, and he said, you know what? I'm going to play any position my coach wants me to play, and that will make me a better team player. And last but not least, Stephen was in the locker room after a college win on his college football team. He should be really excited, but he heard these scouts and recruiters out in the hallway talking about him and saying, gosh, you know, Stephen's not fast enough, he's not strong enough, and he felt like he had been hit with a ton of bricks. He has a problem. People don't believe in him. He looked at the poster on the wall. It says, you can, you will, end of story. Stephen decided to solve this problem. He would believe in himself. And he did it. He made it to the NFL. Problem, people, solution. So one of the examples I wanted to share with you today was how to be a problem solver, okay? And you're going to need a piece of string that's about 12 inches long. This is just a piece of yarn. And you're going to hold it in both hands. And you're going to, without letting go, I want you to please try to make a knot in the thread. Tie a knot. Without letting go. Can't do it. I have a problem. I need to make a knot. And so I just figured out, gosh, that was one way to try to solve the problem. So I'm going to suggest we try a different way. Sometimes when we have a problem, we can try, maybe it's a math problem, and you're trying to figure it out, you're doing the same thing over and over again. Sometimes if we look at it a different way and we try to figure out the solution in a different way, it will work. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. Lay it down. This is from my friend Barbara Gruner. She's a character counselor in Texas, and she shared this on her blog. So what you're going to do is you're going to cross your arms, and you're going to make sure that one arm is above, and you're going to have one arm below, like this. You're going to cross your arms, okay? I'm going to grab one end of the string with this hand, and then the hand that's underneath, I'm going to grab the other end of the string under here, okay? And then I'm going to pull through. And I've made a knot. So sometimes we have to look at things in a different way when we're trying to solve problems, okay? So boys and girls, That's the end of our lesson. We said goodbye in Japanese, matane, and we will be joining on Monday will be our next class where we will be talking about empathy. Thanks so much, everyone. Oh, the last thing I shared, Ruby, can you hand me one of those posters down there? The last thing I did share is that I have a poster that would be really fun for families to do right now during the school closures. And I have 200 copies while supplies last. This is actually a poster that is in the pocket in the back of my new book, Sunny Side Upbringing. I'll show you that book real quick. In the back of this book, this is called the Deluxe Edition because it has a pocket in the back with this interactive family poster. So you can get this online for $22 on Amazon, or you can buy the poster. We'll have a link shared in the email for you. It's $6. It comes with over 100 stickers. And when you open up the poster, it has 101 suggested picture books that you can read with your family that teaches these positive character traits that I've been doing in these lessons. So this would be a really fun challenge for you and your families during the school closure. And I talk about access to books. So you can read a lot of these books on YouTube. There have been people who have read them on YouTube. You can get them from your library. Now, libraries are closed, but you can get them from the digital source in your library. For example, we use Libby, so you can get ebooks that way. You can also purchase ebooks for a very small fee, like $1 to $2 on Amazon. And this is what the poster, thank you, Ruby, this is what the poster looks like when it's opened up. And a lot of these books I'm actually reading to children in these programs, or I'm summarizing in these programs. All right, thanks everyone, have a great day.